and not just like in like relationships, it's like in life in general. Like if we don't want to deal with things that are really keeping us from seeing things clearly, like, nope, I see it, but I really don't want to see it. But it's like you see it, so you have to acknowledge it.
Mm. Mm.
Especially if you keep turning a blind eye to it. It's like, why are you not really facing this?
Yeah. Oh, we were just talking about this earlier, where it's just like you get to a point where it's just like, because for me, I think that's what woke me up. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to a point in a situation where it was just like, how many times you gonna ignore something that you know ain't right?
Mm. How many times you gonna hurt your own feelings, break your own heart, like destroy your own whatever? Like how many times you gonna do it to yourself? Because it's like at some point we have to be accountable and be like, that's me.
Yeah, I'm hurting
That's
me
me. Yeah, like I'm
because I know
responsible.
you're going to hurt me.
Yeah.
You know, I know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, you hurt me once, we talked about it. You hurt me twice, we talked about it. Now it's a pattern because you still doing it. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, at what point is it just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? What do I have to do? Because I already know what you gonna do. You showing me what you gonna do, and I think sometimes we don't want to look at shit for what it is.
We don't. And then we wanna, on top of all of that, we wanna like sit here and justify what's going on. It's just like what people do is not our business. What people decide to do when we're not around, or like to our whatever, to our faces, and like not be fully truthful or honest, that's a reflection of them. I learned that like I have to allow people to be who they are and not who I want them to be. And that's
Mm-hmm.
it. It's like I have to literally see and stop turning that blind eye. Cause like, no, this person got a good heart. And I just know they got a, and I'm like, but it's like people have good hearts and like bad intentions.
Yeah.
And they're not like always straightforward. People, everybody has something, and like I just don't want to try to figure it out no more. That's what I feel
Yeah. You
like.
got to take stuff for what it is sometimes. Sometimes we try to
Yeah.
over rationalize certain situations that aren't meant to be over rationalized. I'm good for this, so I'm not judging.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like I always like to overthink my way out of things. So I
Mm.
don't have to have a confrontation or a conversation. Like, you know,
Ooh.
like I'll do all of the rationalizing that I need to. I'll put my feet in your shoes and understand where you coming from, and you know, make peace and make peace with it. But at the end of the day, it's just like, who the fuck is gonna make sure my needs get met? You not gonna do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do it.
You
So
gotta give
who's about to
yourself
do
your own
it?
closure and shit. Like, well, let me have a conversation with self. I'll pretend you're this pillow right now so we can close this up, because like you're not going to give it to me. And
Yo,
it's like relying on other people to provide your needs, like your basic needs at this big ass age, is no. You have to be able to meet your own basic needs. Like you have to love yourself in all those things first. Take care of yourself first, love yourself first. Like you have to put yourself first before you can even ever, like, I think, it's my opinion, fully give to somebody else. You gotta give that shit to yourself first. So it's like
you
for
do.
you to experience that shit, then you could give it out. Cause it's like if you don't even know what it feels like, you could be giving out bullshit. You could be giving out like venom. It's like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And that's how we don't know. I think that's how we don't understand. You know what I'm saying? When we in it, because it's just like we can call these situations like, oh, that shit was toxic, that was wild, that was crazy. I I was saying this to my mama the other day. Like, you remember, like, it's just like when I was going through the story of how
Mm-hmm.
I broke my leg. You know,
Mm.
I was going through the
Child.
story of how I broke my leg, and I'm like really playing this out, the story of like getting the surgery and arguing with my ex while I'm off the meds, because I just had the rod put in like 2 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. And it's just like I'm dead ass trying to recover, but I'm stressed out about all these other things. It's just like that person didn't care about my well being. Like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
didn't care about your well-being with your broke leg.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like like I'm not taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really sitting up here trying to meet the needs of somebody that ain't, you know what I'm saying? I got
Yeah.
real physical needs. And somebody is like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to work with somebody that ain't trying to work with me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even realize it at the time. My parents is talking to me like, hey, you missing some flags. And I'm just like, what flags? What do you mean? What do you mean? That shit still took me another good 2 months to figure out, like, hold on, wait, wait. And then to sit here now and look at it objectively, it's just like, bro, you went through a lot of bullshit because you ain't want to use your backbone.
uh, uh, a lot of pride and ego, eh? That's what you say? A lot of pride, a lot of ego.
Mm-hmm.